Don't ask me why that cut off. I have absolutely no idea. Yep, I don't know why it did that, Sanger. It just cut off. Yep, I don't know why it did that, Sanger. Annoys me does that when they just cut off randomly like that. They just, I knew straight away they'd cut off because somebody said they couldn't hear me, and then and I was looking at the numbers, and there were like 90 odd watching, and it dropped down to 0 very fast. So I knew that yeah, it were over 10,000 views, that stream. Over 10,000 views, but see if we can get going again. Just don't know why it randomly does that. It just does it for no real reason. Just signal drops out. I don't know why. Don't know if it's YouTube or network. I mean, network's strong here. It's 5 bars, 5G. Hello, Raylo Go. We're back again. We got disconnected for some reason, but don't worry. Whenever I get disconnected, normal service is soon resumed again. Don't forget, double tap the screen. So we can get them numbers back up again. The drone's taking up back. Yeah, it is. Yeah, get them bloody drones down. Can you still hear me alright? Is me sound coming through okay? I usually have my AirPods in so I can hear if it cuts out. But what I use is, I use the bridge. See, when I wear my glasses, my ears get sore, my head. Anyone else? Not really. Not really. Not with glasses. I mean, usually, very often, people who get headaches a lot, you tend to find they may possibly need glasses. You know, sometimes you can get headaches and not know that you actually need glasses. I have known that before, you know. Yeah, it must be. It must just irritate you. Perhaps you. Are your glasses from the opticians? I mean, if they're from opticians, you usually don't have any problems because they measure your head correctly and everything, so you get a comfy fit. Oh no, buffering again. Usually the you know, opticians usually get it right, but I've bought some in past, you know, off Amazon and stuff, just run of the mill things, just 2 times, or what I usually work 2 or 2.5 times, whatever they are, and they've been a bit tight on the old bonds, you know. You know, but usually opticians ones are quite good. I mean, I've got an expensive pair at home, but unfortunately I can't wear them because my eyes aren't as good, and it annoys me really because I got them about 5 years ago, and they were expensive. They were They were the Hugo Boss ones. They are, and they were a good few £100, but and they're them they're bifocal and they're varifocal and they go dark as well. It's sunlight, you know. But they're not strong enough now. They're okay for distance. Say when you're like just driving in a car, but I won't be able to read this chart now with him on. Yeah. I only need them for oh well, if you only need them for reading, I mean you can just get some off Amazon or something. Try some, get some like oversized ones perhaps. It's obviously just where it's gripping your head. You need to not bend the bit out. See these that I'm wearing are just like a straight. They've got like a rubber thing on. You know, a rubber. I don't know what you call it. It's just very flexible rubber. Top of my ears get, yeah. Well, that's it. You need to put some. You need some. You need to put some on them or something. I know what you mean, though, Senga. Perhaps you need to wear them more often. Then you know you get used to it. But or they're just a bit tight somehow. I don't know. But I know what you mean. So mine are straight. If I, you know, from the yeah, mine are straight. The actual piece that comes from the glasses and goes over here, it's straight. It's not a hook shape or anything. A curved. Yeah, just above them. I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. Even sunglasses do it to me. Yeah. Yeah. You need to somehow alter the pressure, you know what I mean? They're obviously a little tight on your head. I know. There were 90 odd in that stream when it dropped, and nobody seems to have picked up on the new stream. Everybody's given up, I think, and thought I've gone home. Usually my second streams, when I get a technical itch, usually the second one does better than the first one. But there's hardly anybody coming to this one yet. I mean, give it a chance, there might be some more popping. I've never seen only 6 people watching. No, there's 7 now. Hello, Theta Sigma, how are we doing? I don't know if you're watching the last stream, but we had a technical itch and it just got cut off for some reason. The network dropped out, YouTube dropped out, or something went, and we lost. It just disappeared. In a nutshell. And I had to end it and restart because there was nothing happening. First time watcher, alright. Well, if you're into trains, you're in the right place. If you don't like trains, then you're in the wrong place. Yeah, Jeanette might have gone for a nanny nap, you know. She might have thought, oh, he's gone. It's a good time to go and have her afternoon nap. You never know. What are you having for tea tonight, Singer? Out good? What's on the menu tonight? Yeah, she was. She probably thought that when it cut off, she might have thought it's a good time to call it a do. Crikey. This is the worst I've ever had it. We're only 4 watching. Usually after being on for 10 minutes, I'm usually at least 40 people watching. I get the feeling YouTube isn't pushing this stream out like it should, like it normally does. A roll of gammon or sausage rolls or steak bake. Oh yeah. Or I could make stovies. What's a stovey? Something is going on with YouTube. This for sure. Stewed sausages, you've heard of that? Testing, testing. Am I still coming through or what? Something not right here. Testing, testing. I'm still coming through. Just don't understand why there's absolutely nobody here. This is abnormal. Yeah, very unusual singer. Considering there were 90 odd on the stream. Oh, we're picking up a bit now. You know, there were 90 odd on the other stream. Hello, Sandeep M, how we doing? I nearly pressed the stop, but I was going to call it a do. That was the light engine that just came through. I think YouTube, you know, they don't push you out sometimes, and then they push you out, and then they don't push you out, and I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, I'm in the UK, Sandeep. I'm in the UK, the United Kingdom, in Preston, which is in the county of Lancashire on the West Coast Main Line. It is strange, Sanger. It does tend to die off a bit towards tea time because of the nature of most of my audience who are obviously in bed, you know what I mean, now when it gets to tea time. So it does tend to drop off at tea time, but not that fast. You know what I mean? Typical that. You have a stream with a lot of people in and then you got disconnect, you know, network goes off. Sod's laws, they say. A1 can reveal, but just wanted to know. A1 can reveal, but just wanted to know. AI, sorry, can reveal, but just wanted to know. Okie dokie. Yeah, that engine that just came through on its own wasn't on any timetable or anything. Or if it, I don't know. It just weren't. Or why? But it wasn't. You know, sometimes I've got a job to do today and I hate it. I hate one job I've got to do tonight and I hate it. But I deliberately did something this morning that made me have to do it, if you know what I mean. And I detest the job. Yes, them drones singer, yeah. It's putting me blooming bed sheets back on, my quilt cover and my bottom sheet. I thought to myself this morning, I thought, I'm going to change these, they need changing. They've been on like, not a week, but not far off a week. I thought I'm going to have to change them. So I ripped them all off, knowing that if I hadn't ripped them off, I'd have left. If I'd have got home tonight, I'd have left them for another day. And I thought, oh, I can't be bothered, but I hate putting quilt covers on. I detest it. Drives me mad. but I ripped it all off this morning. Then I know I have to do it when I get back and put new covers on. You know what I mean? I've got some brand new bedding in a kit, you know, never been used, so I'm going to put that on tonight. Don't know what it is, but brand new bedding. It feels so good, but I just hate quilt covers. I have a quilt that doesn't have a cover on it. It's all one, if you know what I mean. But the problem is when it needs dirtying, what? Turn the bed sheet inside out, hold the corners, then grab the duvet corners and shit. Yeah, people have told me. I think I've had a go at that. So you turn the duvet cover inside out, and then grab the right. Yeah, I've got you. Yeah, and shake like hell so it rolls down it. Yeah. Hello, Chris. How we doing? Yeah, I bought one off Amazon a few months back. That's got a cover built into it, so there's nothing to change. But then, yeah, I thought that, Chris, and I thought that's great. That no quilt cover to change. But then, what do you do with quilt when that wants washing? Have you tried? You shove a quilt in a washing machine. I thought, what a waste of time. I thought, what's the point to that? I thought that's like 20 odd quid that spout. Yes, I bet you are. I bet you are, Sandy. I watch a lot of Indian Railways. Yeah, that's it. I mean, biggest problem I have is the bloody cat, Senga. That's my problem. It's a cat. It jumps on bed, and I can't shut the door because then it'll just scrat at bottom of the door all night. So I have to let it in. But it doesn't sleep on bed. It always goes back to its own bed in the living room, but it likes to jump on bed and mess about for a bit. You know what I mean? And obviously when it does that, you get cat hairs, and it drives me flipping bonkers. You know. I am proud of my Indian Railways. Yes, you should be, Sandeep. I've watched a lot of videos about Indian Railways, and everybody who works for me is very proud. Yesterday's walk killed my back, yeah. Yeah, it does. I've been to the gym this morning. I'm going to suffer in the morning for it. But my gym tomorrow, though, is not till 2 in the afternoon, which is... No. There's times when I wish I didn't sing. I mean, I like it, but it drives me bonkers sometimes, and its latest little party trick that's really bugging me. It's managed to find a hole just outside of my washing machine, and it squeezes in there and goes underneath my kitchen cupboards, bugging about during night. Yeah, I know it is, Sandeep. I've watched loads of documentaries. Yeah. Well, I have a constant battle with cat hair, saying it drives me bonkers. And it doesn't help that I got a white cat. Yeah, well that's what I should have done from day one, but I can shut it out, but it scratches at the bottom of the door. I'm local pilot. Excellent, Sandy. That's a good job. Yeah, mine, if I shut it out, it'll just scrat at the bottom of the door and bug the carpet up. You know, scrat, and so it drives me bonkers with that. Yeah. I should, but see, to be honest with you, I never even wanted a cat. I only got it by a strange situation. Hello, Angela Smith. How are we doing, Angela? From Arkansas. Arkansas. Yes. I've said it correct today. Arkansas. It's a silent S. I got it right today. I know I have. I'm sure I have. Hello, Patch. How are we doing? Yeah, that's the problem, Senga, isn't it? It's the worst of two evils, isn't it? Ours jump on the bed when we're not in the bedroom. As soon as we walk in, they jump down and go downstairs. Hello, Teresa White. Bye 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 bye. Hello, Kane Jones. How we doing? Yeah. Excellent patch. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I just, I know. I mean, pick, Chris Pixie, he knows how I ended up with that cat, so it was a bit of a situation, as Chris knows, so that's just the way it is. I never set out to get a cat, really, because I know that I just weren't expecting the level of cat hairs that I have to deal with. Oh dear. I thought you were going to be good, Teresa White, but you've proved you've turned out to be a pain in the arse. But let's just give you the once over. No, you've no channel. No channel, no future, no hope. Hello, Cap, how we doing? You'd miss her if she went. Yeah, lol, yes. DJT is a massive joke. Oh, yeah. You mean, couldn't think who DJT were then. So let me get rid of this fool. Get rid of that. There she goes. Hello, Josh Dunn. Yes, it is a real live. Amazing how many people think it's not real. No, it's absolutely live. You'll see a white van go over the bridge any second. I know that just because of the YouTube lag. If you look at that bridge, you'll see a white van go over it soon. There's about a 6-second delay on YouTube, possibly even longer. Might help if I were watching live. Hello, Leyland. How we doing? Nothing in particular. We're not waiting for anything in particular. We've just been sat here for an hour and a half or so, just watching the world go by. You know. There is, I can tell you, there is the big log train is due any moment. In about 10 minutes, I can see it coming down the line. It's on the diagram, the big log train. So that's always something to see. Hello, Tim. How we doing? And here's Tim, who was on the train that was on my live stream this morning. YouTube first. YouTuber on train, me on bridge, and the train on the live stream. Are you having that? No, there's no steam train today, Leyland, I'm afraid. Not that I know of. If you are all fair to some better information than me, then that's good. But I can tell you there's a class 70 coming with 22 carriages of logs. Okay, JD, no problem. JD, you're in Australia, aren't you? Yeah. G'day, sport. Sorry. Yes, 390s do come through here. Cap, no 220s though. Or shall I say, very rarely a 220. Excellent, Josh. JD. Sorry. Every time I say JD, I think of Jack Daniels. I don't know why. And I've never even tried Jack Daniels. It's not like I'm an expert on it. Yes, we've seen about 3 class 66s this afternoon, 3 or 4. But the next freight train is going to be a class 70. And it's due very soon. Is this the main passenger? Well, it's one of the main passenger lines. We have We have like 4 main lines in London. In England, we have the East Coast main line and we have the West Coast main line, which is this one. And we also have the South Coast main line that goes across the bottom of the country. And we also have a cross-country main line that sort of runs up the centre. But generally speaking, yes, I am in the same place, Tim. I'm pointing the other way. Had I been in this position this morning, you would have come towards me. Wild trains and planes. Yeah, this is in the United Kingdom, in Lancashire. In the United Kingdom. And there's a wagon going over that bridge in a minute with my initials on it. I shall say it's just gone over, but we're with the YouTube lag. There we go. Closest station is Preston. Hello, Dame Earthis. How we doing? Yes, I'm in the same place, Tim. Pointing the opposite direction, but I'm in the same place. The problem is, the way I've mounted my phone, I can't see the screen, so I don't know how my battery's doing. Which is a bit annoying. But there is a freight train due very soon. It's just hiding round the corner. If you look at the picture. Hello, Dame Earthis. How we doing? If you're looking at the picture, you can see that bridge in front. Oh, there's like a cubbyhole, if you will, to the right. What looks like a cubbyhole, and that's where the branch line goes off. You can probably zoom in on your screens. I can't on mine. Oh, can I? No, I can't. And freight train's going to come off that branch line and join the main line soon. It's going to be a big train full of logs. You speak English? Yes, I do speak English. What way is the class 70? Towards the camera. Towards us, it's going to appear on the right hand side off the branch line. If you look at the picture, you've got 4 main lines going straight up to the left, but just where that wagon is now, there's a branch line, or where that wagon was. It's waiting now at a red signal just round that corner. I'll know when it's coming because there's a set of points here and you can hear the points change. Hello, LSM trains. How we doing? Good afternoon, sir. Yeah, you know when it's coming because you can hear the points change. And they haven't changed yet, so I think it's waiting for something to come up the down fast line. Hello, Caden C. How we doing? I don't know, Leyland. It's waiting just round the corner now, so it's timed as at 14:47 is its time, I think, but it's being held at a red light. Just literally, it's literally 400 yards away from where I am. Is the log train just round that corner at this red signal? I can see it on the diagram. And usually when it gets held, that means it's waiting for something to come up the down fast, the up fast, sorry. They call it up fast, and in my opinion it should be down fast that goes to London, but officially it's the up fast, so I don't know why that is. To me, if you go to London from here, you're going down, but not the way the railways say it. Wouldn't mind joining up here one day soon. No, I won't mind at all. Plummet still a no-show. God, that's bad, isn't it, that Senga? I don't know what it is with these tradesmen now. It's like they don't want any money, you know. I've had very similar problems in past. People just not turning up. No, he won't answer it. You're going to have to try a different phone again. Don't use the daughter's, use somebody else's where he doesn't know the number. I've had exactly the same problem. I had a guy in our house doing loads of work, and he'd turn up one day, then not turn up the next, then turn up the next day and not turn up the next, and yeah, it's almost as if they don't want any money, you know. It just makes me it's just ridiculous. Yeah. It's the way of the world now, unfortunately. I don't think people want to work like they used to. It's my biggest bugbear, it is, now that people who've worked all their life get nothing. Hello, Hans de Bless. How are we doing? And there goes the Avanti West Coast Class 390, and that's the climate change train. If you with a funny livery on it. Hello, Lilia Klobenskov. How are we doing? I can't tell what you've said, but hello, Lilia Klobenkov. All trains and planes should be coming now. What should be coming? No, it's not coming yet. Hi, Lilia. No, it's not coming yet, unfortunately. The points haven't changed yet. I'll know when it's coming because I'll hear the points change. One day soon we'll have to guide me to where I have to go, and I'll drive up before from where I am. Yeah, whereabouts are you, LSM? I always forget whereabouts you are. You're in Lancashire, aren't you? Are you in Preston? Near Preston. Class 70 Wilds Trains and Planes. It is, yeah. It's, like I say, it's literally a few hundred yards from where I am now, but until I hear the points change, I know it ain't coming. It'll be waiting for something to be on the up fast, which is the farthest track from the camera. Because until that line's clear, it can't go, because it's such a slow train with all the weight it has on. They can't just let it out willy-nilly. They've got to let it out where there's a good gap, because it's a big heavy train, and it'll crawl through here at a snail's pace when you see it. It's a beast, but it's a very slow beast. It was LSM who was beside you the other day. Sorry? Oh no, I know what she's saying. No, some chap come talking to me. I know what Senga means. No, she's joking. Some guy come talking to me the other day, and he went on a bit, to say the least. He just appeared. He's actually a regular here, that chap, and normally I sort of, but because I try and get the best prime position, and he obviously wanted to be in the same position, so I had no choice but to have a conversation with him, really, because he come and stood right next to my car door, so I was buggered. Yes, you can park here, yeah. You certainly can. I was late starting today because there was a car exactly where I wanted to park. I mean, I can put my camera up and move us up to like 50 foot away, but I'm not keen to do that because somebody could easily come along and snaffle it. Well, they could. I'm not saying easily. It's not that easy actually, because you've got to be a bit ambidextrous to get it through the fence. Because this way I'm pointing now, you have to pass the bracket through the fence, bolt the bracket to the fence, and then put the camera in the bracket. So it is a bit more complicated. But when I'm on the other side of the bridge, pointing the other way, anybody could easily run up and grab it and run off. And that's an iPhone 14 up the chute then. Hello, Spotting, how we doing? But yeah, there's loads of people come here. It's a big thing with dog walkers here. This log train's going to be held up until this Pendolino goes through. And I'm hoping this is the Pendolino coming now. I'm hoping. But I said it wasn't you because I never gave him a coffee. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, right, work that because people were talking in chat and I couldn't really talk because he'd have thought, who's he talking to? You know what I mean? It was a complicated situation. And the problem is he was leaning up fence right next to where my other microphone is on the other. Because I put a microphone obviously on the track, then you can hear the trains, and I also have this microphone in my car, so you can hear me. You know. I'm hoping this is the Pendolino that's coming now. If it is, that will release the log train then. Don't forget, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button and double tap the screen. Oh dear, this is not a Pendolino. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Transpennine. Might not release it yet because I'm sure there's a Pendolino due after that. Soon find out if the points go. Don't think you'll be able to hear the points. Don't think the microphone's that good. I think it'll get held up. Yeah, there is a Pendolino coming. Right behind that Transpennine there's another Pendolino, so it's not going to be released. What's your live about tonight? 9 o'clock, Senga, just on my normal channel, just the usual chit chat panel thing. You can hear the pipes. The pipes? Hear what pipes? On the train. Oh, hear the pipes on the train, right? Are you in the chat panel tonight again? Yes. Yes, I'll be on. 9 o'clock. Usually one or two of us on a Thursday night. You know, it's quite a light-hearted affair. Usually have a chat for a couple of hours. So you're more than welcome. Anybody's welcome to come on the panel. It's not very, we don't really talk about trains, to be honest. It's just a, yeah, Heather was in the chat earlier on. Yeah, she was. She did a brief visit. This Pendolino is going to be going very slow because of the Transpennine that were in front of it. So it's going to be against yellow signals all the way until the Transpennine turns off the main line, because that's going to Manchester Airport, so it will turn off the main line at Exton Junction. But as soon as this Pendolino's gone through, I'm pretty sure. Oh God, it's not a Pendolino. That's not good. It's something else. We have blue skies. Woohoo! Northern Lights, G5 storm tonight. Ooh. Well, that's a bit of a blow, is that? Because this log train is not going to be released yet. Because I know for a fact there's another Pendolino to come. So until that's been through, the log train will not be released. The log train is where that red wagon is on the bridge. Just where that red wagon is. Hiding behind the bush. In fact, sorry, with the lag on YouTube, you won't have seen that red wagon. There'd have been no red wagon there when I spoke. I keep forgetting about the delay on YouTube. When I see something, looking on the screen is delayed. I need to actually look live. Next week, G6 or G7 storm, usually G5, all the UK gets to see. Double tap the screen, guys. Yes, that's true. Double tap the screen. And subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Where that green wagon is on the bridge that you can see on the right, that is where the log train is, just behind that green wagon, behind the trees. I think it will be Greg's frozen dinner tonight. Yeah, well, I'm just, I know I'm toying me what to have, Sanger. I can't remember what I've got in at home. I've got some spag bol and Mexican curry, I think. I can't remember, but I just don't fancy any of them, to be honest with you. I'm having pizza. Hello, Jack Ray, how are we doing? Hello, Christopher Hill, how are we doing? Welcome. Get that drink I sent you. Yeah, well, I've got plenty of Bacardi in, Sanger, so there's no shortage of that. But next time I go in Lidl, which I don't go in right often, but next time I do, I will get some of that. So it looks jolly good. How's it going, Christopher? Christopher Hill, how are we doing? Yeah, I've tried their Irish cream, Sanger, and it's alright, but it's not as good as Bailey's. But it is a lot cheaper than Bailey's. Bailey's is bloody expensive at the moment. Best time to buy Bailey's is coming up to Christmas. They slash the prices they do at Christmas. You know. Usually sell it in Sainsbury's for tenner a bottle. Baileys at Christmas. I live in Northcote. Excellent. That's a nice place to live, is Norfolk. Where all the rivers are, and they call it the Broads, where all they all go canal boating. And all that. Oh, Great Yarmouth. That's where Jeanette used to live, Great Yarmouth. I'm fuming, binning that bottle. Why are you binning it, Senga? What are you binning it for? Is there something wrong with it, Senga? Hello, Salam Ali. How are we doing? It's been open in the fridge. Oh, what do you mean the lid's been off? It's still got lid on. It should be all right, I'd have thought. Can you try to get some tones? I can't because I'm behind a fence, unfortunately. They can't see me. No, bottle that had been opened ages ago, right. You could be looking soon. Sent a gift membership. I don't know what you do with that. There you go. I've allowed it. Ciggies and Lollies received a gift membership. All right. Hello, Daisy. How we doing? I don't know what happened there, but thanks, LSM Trains. I haven't a clue what happened there. I don't know what happened there. I've no idea. How's it going, Daisy? Are you actually in the chat, Daisy? Right? Yes? I don't know. I've no idea. I've no idea. I don't know what happened there. A thing came up then and just said okay, and I just didn't know what the hell to do with it. It just said allow gift memberships. I got the message on my screen, so I clicked allow, and that was it. So I just don't know. I don't know what happened there. Hello, Daisy. Are you actually in the chat, Daisy? I'm totally lost with that. Hello, Christopher Hill. How are we doing? Thank you very much, Christopher Hill. A class 390, that is correct. Lots of people do that. I have no idea what that's about, Senga. LSM Trains, he perhaps knows more about it than I do. I just, all it just came up on my screen, it said allow gift membership, so I clicked yes, allow. And I think it gave the gift membership to Daisy, Ciggies and Lollies, I think. I don't even know if has she been in the chat? Or does it just randomly pick somebody? Matt Turner, no, it's Matt Taverner, no, it's the West Coast main line. The West Coast main line. And as soon as this Pendolino's gone past that's approaching, that will release the log train. Hello, Jessica Acosta. In a minute, we should hear the points change. Well, I'll hear him, I don't know if you will. Daisy, are you in the chat? Siggies and Ollies, are you in the chat or not? A gift membership to one of your subscribers. It gives, oh right, just gives it at random, does it? Right, I'm with you. Got you, I was just wondering how it worked. Hello, Ben's Gameplay, how are we doing? Hello, Jessica Acosta. Always nice to help out, ain't it? Yes. No, that's why I couldn't understand, because I hadn't seen her in the chat, but it automatically just gives it randomly to somebody. Oh well, it'll be a surprise for her when she next comes in chat and sees her name lit up in green. She'll wonder, why's my name green? Hello, Paul Verhagen, how are we doing? Verhagen? Hello, Andrew Homewood. What train are you waiting for? Well, we're not waiting for much really, but there is a huge log train going to be coming any minute. I just don't understand why it's not getting released. Unless there's something else to come first. It usually goes after that Pendolino, the 5 past Pendolino, it usually goes. How's it going, Raylight? It usually comes after that Pendolino. And it's been waiting now for over 20 minutes. Do you know, Homewood, my last name come from England, so I'm actually from England and Scotland. Excellent, Andrew Homewood. And where are you now then? Home in Southwest Ohio. Excellent, Paul. Well, welcome. You've been in here before on a few occasions, I think. I'm Scottish, but never heard of it before, Andrew. You're in Australia. Good grief. Good grief. Excellent. You sure I will have one sometime soon, Singer. Just nice to help where you can, yes. Yes, she's now my 4th member, is Daisy. I've got a big list of members, all 4 of them. I'm Australian born, okay. G'day, sport. I have a master key to an 800, excellent. Well, I don't know what the hell's happening with this log train. Why it's being held up. It's literally 300 yards away from me. I just don't get why it's not being released. I sent you a video from Singapore. Alright, Singer, I shall have a look at that after. Ask Google. I have a master key. Alright, got you. Yep. I don't know if you heard that then, but the points just changed then. They took the time. So I can confirm the log train is going to be with us very soon. Points have just changed. Did you hear it, the points? That electric sound, that's the points changing. So you'll see it appear very soon. Hello, Casey Ratsomana. How are we doing? Anyway, you could send some details of how to get to this route. Don't want to say it on here. Yes, heard it. Got you. Whereabouts are you, LSM? I forgot again. You have said once. Are you in Lancashire? I think you are, aren't you? Somewhere around Preston way, are you? Something like that. The point that changed is just off camera to the right. It's from the branch line onto the main line. You can see, if you look at track number 4, fourth track from the camera, the points on that one, and the train's coming now around the corner, the log train. You'll start to see it any second. It's coming around the corner. It's usually got 22 carriages of logs on as this. In the UK, Banavar. And there we go. That's your log train. I know it is a class 6. It is a class 70, not a 68. It's a very mucky, dirty class 70, but it is a class 70. It's the same locomotive they use on it every time. During the night, it comes back empty and goes back to Carlisle and gets reloaded again. I think it's Carlisle it goes to. No, I can't get toots because I'm behind the fence, you see. I'd have to sort of clamber at the top of the fence and wrap my arms around like a fool. But you know, it's yes, double tap the screen, chaps, for sure. I train spot a level crossing. There's no level crossings around here. That is for sure. The nearest level crossing to me is I don't know. There's one at Bambi Bridge on the brand. Hi, Lil Broccoli Edits. Can I have a mod? No. Yep. Even a wagon full of logs goes over at railway bridge. Logs everywhere. Time to do a battery check. Oh my god. I'm doing well at all. Just hang on. Just gonna get a bit of camera shake for a minute. Apologies, but I need to put my pack on. My battery pack. Bloody cobwebs. It's like a bit of a thing where you have to put your hands and grapple through fence to do this. We're not charging, man, we're not charging. Charging now. No. Well, we can, I usually do, but not at the moment because my bracket's mounted on this side, so. But yes, normally I do both sides, I do. This morning's stream was on the other side. Hello Pierre Cordier, how are we doing? Leland, I'm back. Yeah, I just had to click my battery on, my red light was on. I have a magnetic battery pack. Yes, you've missed the log train, I'm afraid, Leyland. Just missed it by about 4 minutes. And it was late as well. Yeah, it just magnetically sticks onto the back, the battery, so. I heard the point switching back. Did you, Sanger? Oh, that's good. You didn't hear me having a call of nature, did you, as well? There's been a van parked behind me for the last half an hour and I was busting. I thought, Christ, I wish he'd go. Anyway, he had his little kid with him and his little kid were videoing log train, so I thought, please, as soon as this log train's been, I hope that little kid gets back in van. They did, they went, so that was it, poof, I was straight out. And I turned my microphone off as well, and you still heard it. It must have been on outside mic, you picked it up. I always try and hit the weeds so it deadens the sound a bit. Oh, it's murder is that. I mean, you gotta go, you gotta go. Yeah, going to look at battery. I need to get some think of a way around that so the microphone doesn't pick it up. What I should do is just mute the stream, that's what I should do, mute the stream. My grandma died on the 13th of April. Hello, Horohit Sandhya 143. How are we doing? And it's always sad when somebody dies. But unfortunately it comes to us all sooner or later. And there goes a Pendolino. Hello, Cap. Getting chilly now. A little bit chilly. Plumber still ringing out, yeah. Oh, you won't get an out of him today, Senga. Now at this time, you've no chance. Oh, you probably won't be able to get him until Monday now. He'll mess about now. Friday tomorrow. He won't, you know, they don't care, these tradesmen. They're unbelievable. Really is. They really are bad. They do my head in, they do sometimes. It's like they don't want the money, you know, it's beyond me. We 10 today. We 10 today. You're swearing at your keyboard now, aren't you? Thinking, bloody predictive text. We 10 today. Here comes the nuts. He's had the money. Oh God, that's even worse. Oh, weather, temperature got you. Yeah, he's had the money. That's even worse when he's had the money and he's still not turning up. That's not good. That is not good. There's a bit of a moral to this story. Don't pay him up front. Pay him when job. I know we've had a lot of bother. The best, we had a company, right? We had a company convert the loft. We did, and it cost thousands. It did to do, and they didn't mess about. They were unbelievable. Somebody recommended them to us, and it weren't cheap. Don't get me wrong, but they just come in and they did everything. They started on a Monday, and everything was done within 7 days, and they were there for 7 days solid. And they did everything, all the lot, finishing the lot, the plastering, everything done, but within the 7th day, Monday to Sunday. I remember the last day, it all needed plastering, and I thought, God, they're not. And they said, oh, we'll be round at 8 o'clock Sunday morning. They were round, plastered the lot, and they said, until you're satisfied, pay us, inspect it all and pay when you're satisfied, and they were brilliant. And I thought that's what comes with the difference between just paying out proper, or else being messed about. You know what I mean? They were brilliant. They were. They put this like sticky back shrink wrap all over floors and everything, all the way through house. They taped up the doors so no dust went anywhere, and everything. And you wouldn't have known they were there. At the end of every day, you wouldn't have known they'd been. They cleaned, they hoovered everything when they left every day, and they were there for like 11, 12 hours each day for 7 days. They were like a team of them. It weren't just one or two. There must have been like 5 or 6 of them on each day. Electricians and plumbers and God knows what. And 7 days it were done. Totally done and dusted. Because obviously they have to put a new floor in and everything. You can't just put floor on top of existing floor in the loft. Put new floor in and raised everything up and put the Velux windows in and all that business, and then replastered it. They had to fit a staircase into the loft, a new staircase, like a 2-piece staircase. went up and round on itself like cranked and everything, and that was it. A really good top notch job, but cost a few grand though. Weren't cheap, but it were worth it. It were worth paying top dollar to just get it done right in one foul swoop. You know, because what happened, I mean, we had a guy around, and don't get me wrong, he's a nice enough chap, but he one of these people, he just says, oh, I just charge so much a day, and that's it. He wants paying daily. And he come and what were first, oh, he ripped bathroom out. So all we had was a toilet for a few days, and then he plastered and put new bath in and everything. There was nothing wrong with the stuff he put in, but he was just slow, and he ambled on in. It started like 10:30 in the morning and then disappeared at 4 o'clock, you know, and it seemed to take forever, you know. Hello, Red Smile Edit, how are we doing? Yeah. Well, that's it, they put a false floor in, they did. A new floor over top of old floor, so that there were no connection, you know. But this other guy, we got in to do other work. It was a friend of a friend, you know, one of them scenarios. Yes, I'm fine, thanks, Red Smile Edits, I'm fine. You know, it was a friend of a friend, and I vowed from that day onwards, I said, never get a friend of a friend or somebody who somebody knows. Just find somebody reputable, because I wouldn't say we didn't get done, but he was just so damn slow. And if a builder likes going in pubs, stay away from them sorts as well. I can see a face in the clouds. Yeah, I can. Yeah, so can I actually. Another alien looking face. Well, train videoing, I won't say it's spotting, more train videoing. It's spotting, I don't write numbers down or anything. Yeah, and so from that day on, I honestly, you know. Yeah, this is the problem when you know somebody. This is where it always goes wrong, when it's a friend of a friend and all this. I've had the same problem, Senga. They don't turn. The one that we had, we've had two. We've had two that have been. One of them's actually died now. So he's called Joey, and he died. But they like to do a sort of not too long of a day, and then they go straight to the pub after. You know, 10 till 4. That's the day. You know. I'm having chicken curry for tea. That sounds excellent. Yeah, I'm in Lancashire in the UK. Red Smile. Lancashire in the United Kingdom. Yeah, so I vowed from that day onwards, don't get any of these. Just get somebody who comes and you pay them when they're done. No messing. No. Oh, I just charge £100 a day, because then they come and go as they feel like. Yeah. I got one off Checker Trade actually once, this guy. I wanted a flue liner fitting. I'm a trace signaller, excellent. That's a good job. Oh, hello, Lewis Moran, how are we doing? Or Lewis Moran, how are we doing? Yeah, I got a guy off this Checker Trade thing, you know, well reputable. Hello, Anishi Patel. Scary place. And this guy come to fit a flue liner, and I'd already put stove in, built out chimney breast and everything. All he had to do was put a flue liner down. I'd had the chimney swept, so there were no mess. And that was a class 323 correct. And a class 195. And this guy racks up. I bought everything. I bought the flue liner, everything. I bought way too much. I bought it was a 15 metre length and only needed about something like 8 metres, so it was plenty. And it disappeared on the roof, and then he's putting this rope down and says, right, well, I'll tie this to that and that. I thought, oh my God, what's he doing? You know, trying to pull the flue liner up the chimney, you know. And I thought, what? I'm in the box, but no trains coming, so I'm on the phone, but still aware. Yeah, make sure you're still aware. I don't want no trains going down wrong track because you're watching YouTube. Yeah, so this chap came and he's trying to pull the flue liner up the chimney. I thought, what are you doing? You know, pulling it up. He put this piece of rope down, and it was like flexy bungee rope. To start, it had a bit of flex in it, and I thought, this ain't gonna work. And I'm, you know, bear in mind I was paying this chap to do it, and I'm there in the back room, hutching and thrutching with this bloody flue liner. And it was 4-inch diameter. No, it weren't. It was 4-inch diameter, I think. 4 inch. Just looking at it in my hands. Well, it might have been 6-inch actually. And hello, Adenu Adja, how are we doing? And we're pulling and pushing, and I thought, this is never going to go up because your chimney has your local transport nerd in Hexby. Yeah, we're in the United Kingdom. And we were pushing and pulling forever. And I said to him, have you ever fitted a flue liner before? Yeah, I've done loads. I'm thinking, you haven't done them this way before. You don't, I know you don't push flue liners up. You don't pull them up with rope. You get on roof with a whole flue liner and you shove it down, brew. And then you pull it down with a rope. Drop the rope down and shove it down, brew. Because most chimneys in houses, in terraced houses, have what they call feathers in them. And it's like a bit of stone sticking out to stop rain, and they're diagonal, they are. You know, they're stepped. So any rain and muck comes down the chimney, it lands on the feather rather than dropping into the fireplace. So it's like a snake. It's an S shape. It doesn't just go straight down, but oh dear. Yeah, the job was a bit painful to say the least. Hello, Stuart. How are we doing? Yeah, you know, and I just thought, why have I got this chap round? He clearly doesn't know what he's doing. You know what I mean? You know, it were just doomed, it were. Anyway, eventually we got it down, but he put this like cone on the end, like a dome thing, to help it travel down. And I said, that ain't gonna work. I said, that's just, you know, it's too big. It's a 6-inch diameter. I said, just jump on the end, flatten the end of the flue liner out. I said, it's way too long, and cut it down, you know what I mean? I said, once you get it down, I said, I'll fit it. Yeah. Hello, Manilo, how we doing? Hello, Sky Wolfie, how we doing? You just missed a 4-car 195 unless you saw it back. I don't think it was a 195. Was it a 195? What track were it on? Blind, it must be a chippy run. Yeah, so it was a bit of a disaster, that flue liner business. He annoyed me, that guy, actually, because, you know, I'd spoke to him on phone and he said he'd done millions, and it clear, or if it were on the near side track, it would have been a 331. Yeah, you're right, better do it yourself. Well, I ended up, you know, we managed to get it down, but we got it down through doing what I said and not he said. He would put this silicone on end, and it was pathetic. It just didn't work. I said, you need to crush the end. Just crush the end of the flue liner, and it'll find a path through, and that I'll pull like hell down here. So we knocked a big hole in it, then we crushed it first so it was flat, and then bashed a big hole in with hammer and tied rope through and pulled it down so it's a nut then. And I said to him, you can put pot on, can't you? Because I wanted a mesh putting on, a pot with a mesh on so no pigeons are out good air. I thought surely you can manage that, just a a bucket of cement, you know. And while he did that, I fitted it all at bottom and put the steel plates back in above the fireplace, because I'd already made the plate, you know. But yeah, you're right, Singer. Most at jobs on my house I have done myself, but I'm just not too good on roofs. Out to do it roof, I try and stay away. But now I don't do anything myself, because, you know, it's when I was younger and a bit more agile. Hello, Coop the Soup, how are we doing? I'm glad to hear it, Manilow. Everything's good. Well, she'll be on tonight at 9 o'clock, Manilow. You can always bob on the panel and chat to her. Come in the chat, 9 o'clock tonight. Because you know, Manilow, I can't smile without you. Oh yeah. It's like the go off the rails, yeah. Yeah, it's like the tiling chap. I had to finish him early, you know, because he was just putting tiles on cockeyed. You know what I mean? Literal ghost train. What? No ghost trains here. Very nice. Very nice, Singapore. Crikey, look at all them skyscrapers and water. I take it you were on a skyscraper yourself there, were you, Singer? I take it you were up a skyscraper when you made that video, Singer? My auntie asked me in England if I wanted pop. I was like, what? I got a degree, 10 below freeze. Hello, Alexander Smith. Where is this? This is in the United Kingdom. That's Narna Bay Sands. Excellent. Narna Bay Sands. Don't forget, if you're new here, subscribe and double tap the screen. Norfolk and Western Productions. How are we doing? Yes, I've been, but that's my mother-in-law just now. Oh, she's it right. Oh, of course she will be, won't she? Because she's going to odds, isn't she? Yeah. We call pop ginger. All right, ginger. And we call it pop. I think in America they call it soda. When's the next train coming? I'm not right sure, to be honest with you, but there'll be one here soon. Top like the ship, excellent. I remember one year it was so cold, my ice froze. Yeah. Reminds me that reminds me a bit when you say that about the Mrs. Brown's boys when she orders a drink and she says, "Yeah, I want that pint or whatever." She says, "And I want fresh ice. I don't want any of that frozen stuff." Crack me up. Everyone is asking, just tell us. Everyone is asking what? What line is it? Sorry, the West Coast Main Line. I missed that. The West Coast Main Line. Yes, the West Coast Main Line. Preston. Preston on the West Coast Main Line. 1 mile from Preston. Near Preston, correct. It's gone very quiet at the moment, but there is something approaching. I don't know what. I'm struggling to tell what line it's on at the moment because it's jumping around on the points. Being on many times to football train from Preston to Burnley is always an adventure. Yeah. They have improved a little bit since you were last on one, but generally they're not brilliant. Hello, Kevin Harron, how are we doing? They haven't caught him yet, but plans are in place. Can't sing, it's illegal. Well, it's probably going to be a freight, I hope. No, unfortunately it's not. That I can tell you, because I'm just looking at the diagram now. Freights light up a different... No. Hello, Paul Fowler. How are we doing? Freights light up a different colour, and I know for a fact there's no freights till later on this evening. I will not be here for the next freight, that's for sure. I think the next freight is around 7ish, and it's the nuclear flask train. But yeah, they want the train that's approaching. I don't know what it is, but it's coming on the down fast line, which is the 3rd track from the camera, and it will be travelling away from the camera. But I don't know what it is. It's a passenger train, I can tell you that much, because it's lit up white on the diagram, which is passenger. Hello, Stephen Aaron, how are we doing? When I was in Singapore, it says no durians allowed in hotel. I thought it was the name of the locals. What's a durian? I don't even know what a durian is. Hello, Paul Fowler. What's a durian? I'm yawning. Your local transport down the Hexby. Avanti incoming, correct, it is. Fruit. No, I'm sat here on my own 45 433. I'm sat here on my Jack Jones. A fruit that stinks, right? Never heard of it, Sanger. But how can you not be naked in your own home? That's ridiculous, is that? I mean, what kind of rule is that? I mean, for a start, how do they police it and not sing? You can't say, hello from Japan, how are we doing in Japan? How can you not sing in your own home? And how does anybody know whether you're singing? And naked in your own home? I mean, it's just ridiculous. What crazy rules? You know, has everybody's home got cameras in so they can check to see you're not walking around it buff? I've never. It's just daft. It's crazy. I pee in the lift. Well, I can understand that. I mean, that's fair dues. Is that? I mean, you shouldn't be peeing in lifts. That is not good, unless there's a toilet in a lift. But you shouldn't be peeing in lifts. I get that bit. That's probably a rule that's worldwide, I would imagine. But to be naked in your own home, that's ridiculous. They have CCTV everywhere, eye retinal scanners everywhere. But, you know, I can't understand the naked business, I really can't. I mean, you've got your curtains shut. What the hell does it matter what you're wearing or what you're not wearing? Who cares? Nobody can see. There's lots of people who live alone that probably get up, walk into the living room in the morning and just sit. Yeah, well, I think that's a good idea and all that. No chewing gum, because it makes a mess. I mean, if it looked to me, I would ban chewing gum as well. Stuck to pavements everywhere. You get these nice shopping malls and stuff, and you look at floors, they're caked in it. But how many times do people get up and we know Tom? I will get the jail for singing. Yeah, well, I must admit, I sometimes think I'm going to get put in jail when I try and sing. But hello, I am SK. About to people that get up, especially if you live on your own. I can understand, obviously, if you don't live on your own, you're not going to do it. But if you live on your own and your curtains are shut, you're going to get up and sit in your armchair in buff many times, probably, I would imagine. It's perfectly normal. No cars older than 7-year-old. Well, again, that's not a bad rule, but can everybody afford a car less than 7-year-old? You know what I mean? And you need to pay 25 grand to put your car on the road. Bloody hell, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. For sure. Well, there's 2 trains approaching, but they're about a mile away yet. It's the usual quiet tea time spell, unfortunately. Yep, all minted in Singapore. Yeah, well, I mean, if they've all got loads of money, 25 grand is doubt. Yeah. My theory on cars in this country is, if you can get away with maintenance and your insurance, you know, an MOT, you can get away with all that, and your tax, you can get all that in for like a grand, 1,200 a year, 1,200 a year, 1,000, you're doing all right. Hello, Ramuth Kalai. How we doing? Where are you from? I am in the United Kingdom. I'm going to wrap this up shortly. 6 o'clock I'm going to wrap this up. People from Malaysia work in Singapore. Right, got you. Malaysia looks like a nice place from what I've seen of it. Ramuth, car, Palestine or Israel? No, I'm in the UK. Hello, Leslie Gale. Hello, the developer. Yes, I'm in the UK. I'm not in Palestine or Israel. Japan's trains are punctual. Oh yeah. Hello Terry Taylor, how are we doing? Yeah, Japan's trains are just unbelievable. I've watched loads of videos about the Shinkansen, and the trains are just on time all of the time. They are a marvel. The rest of the world should follow suit with Japan's trains. There's no doubt about it. They operate the best trains in the world, the Japanese. Absolutely definite. Without a doubt. Hello, Terry Taylor. There's no argument about that. No argument whatsoever. Japan trains are the best in the world by a long way. The professionalism on the Japan trains is it's like nothing you've ever seen. You need to watch YouTube videos on the Shinkansen. You just won't believe your eyes. You know what I mean? You just won't believe your eyes. It's amazing. How are we doing, Kiernan? You're back. I didn't realise you'd actually gone anywhere. But 6 o'clock, I'm going to knock it on the head. Because it's getting cold. And I want to go home. And it's getting dark and spooky. Well, it's not really getting dark, but it's certainly darker than it was. I want to go before the bogeyman comes out. But yeah, I totally agree there with what the Japanese chap said. The trains are the best in the world. End of. Without a shadow of a doubt. Shinkansen. And it's amazing just to watch the staff. Never mind the trains, just watch the staff and the behaviour of the staff. They are unreal, unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Shopping centres in Singapore and Hong Kong stations. Excellent, yeah, I can believe it. They've run that bullet train in Japan for donkey's years. You know, people call it the bullet train, but I mean the trains that they have now look nothing like the bullet train. They look more like a giant flattened duck-billed platypus. But they've never had an accident. They don't have accidents. You know what I mean? They've had no accidents, no disasters, no nothing. And even the track they've laid down is earthquake proof and all this. You know what I mean? It's amazing. Because obviously they have quite a few tremors and things in Japan. And even the track they've laid and everything it's like laid on a sort of, what's the word, almost like a membrane, so it's earthquakes don't bother it. Oh, I've watched a lot of videos on the Shinkansen. I'd love to go and have a go on that. Kanan Jones, what? What? Kanan, what are you saying what to? What? Hello, Cedric Jaggy. When comes the next train? Right now. There it is. That could well be the last train of this stream. I don't know. No, it isn't. There's another train coming right now. Anyway, people, it's time to call it a do for today. It's time to go home. Thanks for liking, subscribing, thumbs upping, and everything. Someone hacked the delivery cars to the USA and sent them all to a dead end. They all got stuck. My chat has froze again, that's why I'm a bit behind. Hello, Mark Rowe. Hello, Slobby Edits. Slobby Edits. You're not live all day. I've been live all day, I'm afraid. Oops. I've been live most of the day. Hello, Pauline Milner. How are we doing? It's time to go home. No, stay here another 24 hours. Well, actually, I can help you out slightly there. I will be here again tomorrow. But that is it for today. Time to go home. Catch you later, Paul. Catch you later, Mark. Catch you later, Sanger. Pauline. Sky. Kernan. Cedric. Catch you all on the next one. Yes, Pauline, I'm in the UK, in Preston. Hello, Cap, how are we doing? And I'm just about to finish this stream. I've been on for the past, I don't know how long. About 3 hours, I think, something like that. I'm going home. Because it's getting cold here. It's now 6 PM and it's getting a bit chilly. Even though I'm sat in a car light, but I just want to get my engine on and get the heated seats on and get warm. Yeah, you came in with perfect timing there, just as I'm leaving. I've been here since, well, I've been here twice today actually. I did an early morning one. I did a couple, 2.5 hours this morning, early on in the morning. Thank you very much, Pauline. Bye, Senga. The Shinkansen is very reliable and has an average delay of less than 1 minute due to advanced scheduling and management system. Excellent. Yes, I'm going, Stuart. But I'm sure I'll see you again today before today's out. Or certainly see you in the chat. Catch you all later, folks. We've still got another 10 seconds of me while I can disable this camera. It's a bit tricky through a fence. I'm always frightened of dropping stuff because if I drop it, you see, it's a fence. It's one of my stickers up there on the fence. There you go. If I drop the camera, it would annoy me. Right, thanks everybody for watching, and I shall catch you all on the next one. Thank you. And